Quran on creation in pairs. On many places, the Quran says that God created everything in pairs. He created the heavens without any pillars that ye can see. He set on the earth mountains standing firm, lest it should shake with you. And he scattered through it beasts of all kinds. We send down rain from the sky and produce on the earth every kind of noble creature in pairs. He who has made for you the earth like a carpet spread out, has enabled you to go about therein by roads and channels, and has sent down water from the sky. With it have we produced diverse pairs of plants, each separate from the others. And it is he who spread out the earth, and set thereon mountains standing firm and flowing rivers, and fruit of every kind he made in pairs, 2 and 2. And of everything we have created pairs, that ye may receive instruction. Glory to Allah, who created in pairs all things that the earth produces, as well as their own kind, and things of which they have no knowledge. By reading these verses, we come to know that as per Surah Luqman, Surah Taha and Surah Rad, God created every kind of plants, herbs, trees and whatever grows from the earth in pairs. Then as in Surah Dhariyat, it affirms that not only this, but everything that God created has pairs, regardless if it is an animate or inanimate creature. Even emotions, feelings, and other characteristics come under this, like happiness and sorrow, bravery and cowardness, etc. Moreover, Surah Yasin verse 36 expounds further, affirming that God has created everything in pairs, encompassing not only human beings, but also revealing the existence of other entities beyond our perception or knowledge, yet inherently possessing pairs. Even a few hundred years ago, we had no knowledge that the plants are created in pairs. Now millions of species have been discovered and investigated in animal and plant kingdom in the last 300 years. And it was found that all of them have mates. Even the smallest microbes, viruses and bacteria have their counterpart antibodies. Quran revealed all this almost 1400 years ago. It was only after the discovery of microscopes that human beings came to know that plants have stamens and female organs, ovaries, and that the wind and insects carry the pollen from one type to the opposite so that reproduction can take place. In animals, this takes place by the combination of a female ovum and a male sperm. Even for those creatures who have asexual reproduction, a type of reproduction by which offspring arise from a single organism, there is a process of breaking up the DNA pair of strands into two, accompanied by each of which remodeling its corresponding strand. And thus, a new pair of identical DNA molecules results in the cell before it divides into a pair of identical cells. The same applies to the asexual reproduction of bacteria. Not only this, modern science now tells us that it's not limited to the living organisms, but the inanimate things and matter itself created in pairs on macro and micro levels. A British scientist, Paul Dirac, was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1933 for his discovery and finding known as parity, which unveiled the duality known as matter and antimatter that bears the opposite properties to each other. Not only this, but on the subatomic levels, the matter has the same characteristics. Now we have quarks as the smallest particle, and they are also in pairs which we named as up, down, top, bottom, charm, and strange. When the quark called bottom was discovered, the awareness of creation in pairs was so broad and general among scientists that the name top was given to a quark before even it was found,